Latest government figures show that fly tipping is rising across our region, with councils struggling to find those responsible for dumping the rubbish illegally. In 2013 to 14, there were almost 5,000 cases of fly tipping across Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire. A year on, and that number's up to almost 5,500. But relatively few people were caught doing it, with only 97 prosecuted across both counties. New powers for local authorities are coming in, but why is it so hard to find those responsible? Brennan Nichols reports.
A notorious fly-tipping black spot near Stoken Church in Buckinghamshire. Several loads have been dumped illegally, from garden and building waste to some rather more unusual objects.
It's a huge problem. The cost to the council and therefore the cost to you and I, the local taxpayers, is enormous, and it's just money that in these tight times could be spent elsewhere and put to much better use.
Clearing up this mess will cost taxpayers in Buckinghamshire several £1,000s. However, when it happens on private land like farms, it's the farmer who pays the price. So some, like this farmer near Farringdon in Oxfordshire, have taken steps themselves to catch those responsible. But with possible cuts to household waste recycling services in Oxfordshire on the cards, there are concerns.
If what they're doing is closing various recycling centres around the county, including the one at Stanford, then it's just going to make the problem worse. And if they haven't got resources for people to take their waste to, then more will get fly tipped.
Oxfordshire County Council told us,
"We have seen no evidence to show that people potentially having to drive further to reach a recycling centre will necessarily result in people committing a criminal act."
Fly tippers in Buckinghamshire are 10 times more likely to be caught than the national average.
Hey, got one.
But the success rate is still tiny, less than 3%. Sometimes you need a lucky find.
It's an invoice addressed to a chap in Hounslow. It's got the full address, even mobile phone numbers as well. Now that's a good result.
Authorities have more powers to deal with offenders thanks to new laws that can lead to vehicles being seized. A more permanent solution to this black spot is now being sought to stop fly tipping here again. Brennan Nichols, BBC South Today.